Good morning, student. Today topic is memory in architecture. What is memory? A memory unit is a collection of storage units or devices together. The memory unit generally store the binary information in the form of bits. Bit means 0 or 1. Generally, a memory is classified into two categories: volatile and non-volatile memory. In volatile memory, it loses its data when power is switched off. But in case of non-volatile memory, it is a permanent storage and does not lose any data when power is switched off. Next, memory hierarchy. Here we classified memory into 5 categories. First, register memory, then cache memory, after that main memory, then magnetics and magnetic tapes. Cache memory and main memory under the section of primary memory, and magnetic disks and magnetics under the section of auxiliary memory. The total memory capacity of a computer can be visualized by hierarchy of components. And the memory hierarchy system consists of all storage devices contained in a computer system, from the slow auxiliary memory to fast main memory and to smaller cache memory. Generally, auxiliary memory access time is generally 1000 times than the main memory. So it is at the bottom level of the hierarchy. So here we see in picture that auxiliary memory here showing at the bottom level of hierarchy. Next, the main memory occupies the central position because it is equipped to communicate directly with the CPU and with auxiliary memory devices through input output processors. When the program not residing in main memory is needed by the CPU, they are brought in from auxiliary memory, and the programs which are not currently needed in main memory are transferred into auxiliary memory to provide space in main memory for other programs that are currently in use. Here we given a cache memory diagram. Here the cache memory is used. You can see that here the cache memory is used to store program data which is currently being executed in the CPU. Approximate access time ratio between cache memory and main memory is about 1 to 7 to 10 nanosecond. There are different type of memory access method. Random access, sequential access, and direct access. Each memory type is a collection of numerous memory location. To access data from any memory, at first it must be located and then the data is read from the memory locations. Following are the methods to access information from memory locations. Number one is random access. Main memories are random access memories in which each memory location has a unique addresses. Using these unique addresses, any memory location can be reached in the same amount of time in any order. And in case of sequential access, these methods allows memory access in a sequence or in order. And in case of direct access, in this mode, information is stored in tracks with each track having a separate read-write head. Next is main memory. The memory unit that communicate directly within the CPU, auxiliary memory and cache memory is called main memory. It is the central storage unit of the computer system, and it is a large and fast memory used to store data during computer operations. Main memory generally made up of RAM and ROM, and RAM integrated circuit chips which holding the major share. RAM also classified. There are DRAM, SRAM, and NVRAM. DRAM means dynamic RAM. It is made of capacitors, transistors, and must be refreshed every 10 to 100 milliseconds. And it is slower and cheaper than SRAM. SRAM means static RAM. It has a 6 transistor circuit in each cell and it retains data until powered off. And also NVRAM, which is known as non-volatile RAM, it also retains its data even when power turned off. Example, flash memory. Next, ROM, read-only memory, which is a non-volatile and is more like a permanent storage for information. It also stored the Bootstrap loader program to load and start the operating system when computer is turned on. There are different types of ROMs are available. PROM, programmable read-only memory, EPROM, erasable programmable read-only memory, and EEPROM, electrically erasable programmable read-only memory. Next topic, auxiliary memory. Auxiliary memory are the devices that provide backup storage are called auxiliary memory. For example, magnetic disks and tapes are commonly used in auxiliary devices. Other devices used as auxiliary memory are magnetic drums, magnetic bubble memory, and optical disks. It is not directly accessible to the CPU and is accessed using input-output channels. Next, cache memory. The data or content of the main memory that are used again and again by the CPU are stored in the cache memory so that we can easily access that data in shorter time. Whenever the CPU needs to access memory, it first checks the cache memory. If the data is not found in cache memory, then CPU moves into the main memory. And it also transfer block of recent data into the cache and keeps on deleting the old data in cache to accommodate the new one. The performance of the cache memory is measured in terms of a quantity called hit ratio. When CPU refers to memory and finds the word in cache, it is said to be produce a hit. And if the word is not found in cache, it is in main memory, then it is called or count as a miss. The ratio of numbered hits to the total CPU references to memory is called hit ratio. So we can describe it in a single example or single line. Hit ratio equals to hit by total miss occurred in cache. Okay, goodbye students. See you again tomorrow.